What you doing?
Right now, I'm low-key preparing, not low-key, but high-key, preparing you guys for the canoe. We're gonna go across to Ezweni Lodge. And yeah, we're here, man. Inanda Valley, Inanda Adventures. This is what's popping. It's lit!
We're going on a ride canoeing. What should we take? Going on a canoe.
Okay, going on a canoe, it would be best to take a safety jacket for starters.
Okay, yeah.
Paddle. And if you also can, cell phones you can grip and just put it like in the pockets or whatnot.
So this is fine, this bag is fine.
Be as light as possible.
Okay. What do you have?
I have my phones with me and I have a charger just in case we listen to the battery lights die. So yeah, let's get ready and do this. Yeah.
Let's go!
Let's get lit!
So right now we're going to cross over to Ezweni Lodge, but we are going to try to defy the laws of physics. We're going to push as if we're going that way so that hopefully the wind will take us there. That is the exit point right over there.
That's interesting.
So our best bet right now since it's like pretty calm, I guess we can take advantage and go straight, but we know that the wind is going to pick up, so we'll just keep paddling as if we're going directly to the island on the other side, but we'll probably end up somewhere there. And then we're gonna go hike in the indoor hiking trail, and then we're gonna sit down and see what else is popping, you know?
Hey guys, I'm Bali Mapumule. I'm working here at Inanda Adventures as an intern.
And what are you doing right now? What are we up to right now?
Canoeing.
Okay.
Very scared.
So that you don't be scared, Bali. Oh, so you're gonna have to hold the paddle like this. This part, the pointy part has to be at the top, so that this part will actually push the water. So you have to be at a 90-degree angle. If you look at your arms, they have to be like this, so that it's easier to push against the water. And then you do that for the most part. And then if you want to go left, you push right. If you want to go right, you push left. So also take advantage of the wind. So don't try to put too much effort. Take your time. The boat will eventually turn the direction that you want it to go. You just have to stay calm, don't wobble too much, relax, stay calm, and you'll be fine.
How are you feeling?
Nervous right now, but feeling fantastic at the same time.
Woo! Let's go!
Let us go! See, we doing what white people do, man. We doing what white people do.
What do white people do?
We're gonna go across to the other side of the dam.
Alright.
We're gonna go to Ezweni Lodge. We're gonna be paddling, eh?
What?
Keep paddling, right? Keep it going, keep it flowing.
Get in the water!
Nice one! Nice! We're on that right now! So this dam was built in the early 1980s. What happened was the government had predicted that there was going to be a flood. So they decided that they're going to take advantage of the water, and they decided to build a dam. But now the people that stayed here had to disperse, so it would be wrong of them to leave. So some of them decided to stay. And if you go to Inanda Dam, and you can actually Google it, put it on Google Maps, there's a house in the middle of the dam. So yeah, this place it just has a lot of history, man, a lot of culture, a lot of historic relevance, because this dam is man-made, and now we're out here, we're taking full advantage of this. Let's keep it going. Well done! Exactly. You see, did you do physics at school?
No, I didn't.
You're on the luck. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's not a sponge.
This one is it. Thank you so much for that.
It comes off the boat. Oh, you can swap shoes. You can take a new shoe.
Which one? This
the blue shoe here.
Oh, hell no.
I'm sad to somebody started. Oh, the stones on this one. We can continue.
You okay there, Mama? The place that we're going to is called Ezweni Lodge. It was founded in 2007. However, it had its first customers only 2011. So you can imagine the time frame in terms of getting the product fine and working. You know, it took a whole lot of time, and it just tells you that as a business, things do take long, and we just need to be resilient. We need to ensure that we still have the patience, we still have that vision, and we still believe that this place, Ezweni Lodge, will be a lodge. But before that, when my dad had this idea of having Ezweni Lodge, people doubted him. They were just like, what are you thinking, having a lodge at Inanda? And at that time, it was the murder capital of KZN. But he just stuck through it. He decided that he's going to get land here and he would turn it into a lodge. Bearing in mind that he did not have a background of the hospitality business. He just saw a vision and he learned along the way. And since then we've had guests from local guests as well as guests from overseas like Germany, France, Netherlands, America. So the vision was always there, and it had increased. Our expectation had been enhanced because we did not expect to get Europeans. But we've since had them. We've hosted a lot of Europeans and they love the rural elegance, the rural experience with the luxury twist to it. So yeah, man, I'm going to take you to my spot, my humble abode, and you shall see for yourself what's popping, what's going on. It's lit at Ezweni Lodge. Cribs, welcome to Royale Cribs. I'll be introducing you to my spot. This is my place here in the Inanda Valley, Ezweni Lodge. Welcome, let us go. So this, as you know, as you can see, this is the parking area for all the customers. They come here, they park their cars, and it can also be a party venue where a person can set up tents because of the fact that it's flat, it is consistent. So we've had a lot of baby showers, a lot of weddings that have taken place here, and then we've had other weddings and other party type venues there at the bottom. There's a stage right there at the bottom, and then that other place at the bottom is for like the audience and stuff like that. So this is the place, man. This is the place from 2006, eh? It's been a crazy journey. Our very first building was this one right here. This was when my dad took over. This was originally a house, and it was a slope. It was never like this. Like, it's amazing how transformation can take place over a specific period of time. Things do take long. I personally do tend to be very impatient, but you know, business is business. Like, you have to accept some things as it is. Patience will humble you, where as much as you try to rush things, patience will tell you, yo bro, like, chill. Things will happen at its own time. And as I've mentioned, 2006 we were opened as a lodge, but it was only 2011 where people actually showed up that we had our first customer. 2011, after the World Cup. So you can imagine how the wait has brought such patience in our lives, but also assisted us in knowing and understanding how the hospitality business works, knowing the peak times, you know, knowing to take advantage of holidays, how to ensure that you get the customers that you want, whether it's local, whether it's international, and how to ensure that you can engage with them in such that as when they come, they have the full rural experience with the luxury side of things. So this is where we are at Ezweni Lodge. So one of the most beautiful things that we have at Ezweni Lodge is when you come here, not only as a customer, but as a person just browsing around, you do tend to have one of Mother Nature's treats. This is passion fruit, also known as grenadilla. Because of the fact that we have grenadilla planted all over the place, you can literally just look to the ground and you will find grenadilla. But not only that, we also have the citrus avenue, which is where you have lemon, you have oranges being planted. And when I take you further to the other side, we have like gang load of pawpaw. So if you come here, you will treat yourself. Very free, it's mahala. Like, it just can literally get it from the ground. So we try to ensure that all our customers have the full experience and also get to pick fruits from trees, from the ground, and enjoy what we have to offer at Ezweni Lodge. as time goes on, we try ensure that this valley has Ezweni Lodge as one of its beautiful treasures to take full advantage of. And we're also trying to change the narrative of the landscape that we have. As I mentioned before we came here in 2006, this place was known as the murder capital of KZN. And we're trying to change that narrative, because you do get questions like, is Inanda safe? Inanda is very safe. Like, it is super safe because we've had locals, because we have international people come through. It is very much safe. You can come through and experience without having to worry about what might happen criminality wise. So we are here, man. We are here, and this is Citrus Ave. The reason why we call it Citrus Ave is because my dad decided to plant everything citrusy, like vitamin C vibes. So right here, if you look at the ground, there's certain points where there's lemon planted or oranges planted, because you want customers or our clients to come through. When they come, let's say they braai, they can simply pick lemon and eat it, like right off the bat. You don't have to go to fruit and veg. You can simply come here and know that you'll expect oranges, you'll expect lemons. So just like business, plants do take time. We planted them recently, but we know that the fruits of our labor will take place, and we will have lemon trees in the next 6-7 years. So the lemons, the plants, all the plants that we've planted are going to grow with us as entrepreneurs and as in business.
Are there any organizations that you're working with in terms of feeding the community, or just, learning of agriculture, teaching kids and things like that?
So through that, we have Durban Green Corridors, where they come in and they also assist us with not only the business side, but also the nature part of it. Because as entrepreneurs, we like to focus on the business, but we outsource people who know about the area, know about the plants, and they come through. For example, when we do hikes, Durban Green Corridor has their tour guides that come in, and as we take the customers up to the different places, they get to explain the specific plants that are used for traditional muti or medicine, and they will take you through that whole array of the different varieties of plants and things like that for them. So we like to outsource certain things because we also understand that we're empowering other people. If we don't know it, we outsource it. So it also assists in having other people set up their own businesses, because you never know, in the next 2 years, a person who was a tour guide intern has a chance to actually have a full-blown tour guiding business, or perhaps a tour operations business. So we do believe that our core business, we would like to stay that way, because other people can have certain skills where they are better than us, hence why we outsource when we can. So the more the merrier. So if you are a tour operator or you are a tour guide, please do. We are more than keen to partner and assist in all of us growing in one particular basket.
So, ever since COVID has happened and everything, do you realize that there's an importance of media, to obviously localize the place and everything? Because sometimes some organizations don't see the importance of media. So, in your view, what is the importance of media to obviously publicize the place and everything like that, and get anyone who wants to try and push tourism on their own and everything like that?
Media has definitely assisted us, like 10,000%, because it's the smallest things. Just like a couple hours ago, we were busy speaking about brochures. We were like, we're not going to hand out brochures because, for example, with COVID, we can't be handing out because you might get infected because if you touch certain things. So we decided to go the digital route, where if a person asks for a brochure, we simply create a digital one and we send it through. That way, there's also no risk of them throwing it in the bin. They can simply go onto my WhatsApp, for example, and they will see my pamphlets or my brochure there. So that has definitely helped. And thanks to the fourth industrial revolution, as well as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you were able to track and trace the type of customers that are coming through. So you can track them through geographic location. You can track them through race, gender. So that has helped us a lot. I can tell you now through the Facebook metrics, for example, most of the people that have come to Ezweni Lodge as well as Inanda Adventures are between the ages 20 to 35. So it tells us that that age gap, that age bracket, are the people that are probably working class, or they're just starting out, they're young, they're active, and they want to go out, step out of town and just come into the rural areas, but also experience modernity within that rural experience that they are looking out for. We understand how difficult it is to be an entrepreneur and the barriers of entries that take place. Like we are not for that. We believe that if a person has a specific business themselves, let's rather collaborate and not try destroy each other competitive wise. Like the more the merrier. A case study that I'll tell you about is H&M, like the clothing brand. they've partnered with Alexander Wang, for example,
Yeah.
and they're both clothing businesses, but they understand that they have different demographics, but they collaborated. So that is what we want to do. So we want to collaborate. We've even collaborated with other lodges. For example, I'll even name drop because that's how keen we are in collaboration. So there's Bushwini Art Center, which is owned by Jerry Boy, which is across on the other side. We've had collaborations where he would bring people in for his festival, and then we'd have that, if his accommodation is filled up, he would bring them here, and vice versa, because we want that spirit of collaboration, that spirit of togetherness in the entrepreneurship space, especially in the rural areas, as rural economic development and economic development as a whole.
I love it. I love it.
This is a family room here. Literally what they say. Actually, yes, you're right. Pretty dope.
So, according to local legends, the story goes, one of the reasons that they decided to also build a dam is, apart from the flood, there was also a feud between two particular clans. This was Ngolosi, which is kind of the side on the other side, and then this side, which is Makati. So what happened was, according to local stories, it was beef over a lady, where they wanted this particular, homegirl, you know what I'm saying? But because of the feuds between the two clans, they would always clash. And what the dam basically did was separated the different clans. When the Tourism Grade Council came, that was like, confirmation that this thing is possible. There's proof, there's a whole lot of evidence, and yeah, man, like we are graded. So this is as
What level are you graded on?
3. Yeah, 3, and yeah, that was like my dad's biggest proud moment.
Of course it would be.
So-
It makes sense.
Yeah, so he's very, very passionate about this place, and we see it. My brother and I, my siblings, we all see it. We see that he's trying to change the whole narrative of this area, the rural Inand.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's always nice. And years down the line, when we have kids, we'd be like, yo, there was this crazy nigga, like his name was Bliss Sibiya. That was my dad, my great grandfather or something like that, and he's the one that started a trend, because once this place was established, there's a particular place like the Pizul called Mashas BNP. There's another lodge on the other side, like right here. And if you also go up that way, there's like 2 lodges that side.
Yeah.
So there's lots of lodges popping up here and there.
Yeah.
It just took that one person to actually be like, yo, this can be done. That's why collaboration is important. There's a lodge there. Tina, let's go for something different. Let's open up our place for like homestead. So the more tourists we bring in, the better for everyone, not just us. So we are happy that there's more lodges. We're happy that there's hotels that are looking into the area, because it shows that there's potential. And maybe in the next 7 to 10 years, we'll probably find way more establishments and more people coming in. I mean, if we see City Lodge and Road Lodge, those are confirmations that okay, we are definitely
We're on the right track. Yeah.
Exactly. So we don't see that as competition. We see that as opportunity, because the more the merrier, man. The more the merrier, and it will also encourage the community to come up with ideas in order to get their piece of the pie. But first, we need a whole lot of traffic in order to achieve that. So that is what we are on.